One would think that a week in which his likely Republican opponent is arraigned in court in New York, that'd be a great week for Joe Biden. And in some ways, perhaps it is. But the polling right now, not looking great for him when it comes to the Democratic primary that could or could not happen. Also, by the way, in the background, it's apparently been announced that he is not going to be formally announcing his run, if it happens, until at least July, pushing it back a couple of months from when it was supposedly going to happen. But I'm referring here to polling where 7 in 10 Democrats say they generally want to see someone other than Biden run for the presidency, that's huge for an incumbent, I would think. Now, of those who want someone else, they really don't seem to be able to agree on who that should be. Bernie Sanders is at 5%, Pete Buttigieg at 4%, Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama at 3% each, Gavin Newsom, who says he's not running, and Elizabeth Warren at 2% each as well. So a lot of uncertainty about that, but what most people do not seem to be uncertain about is that they would really prefer that it not be Biden, even though it is now looking like if Biden runs, he'll not only be an incumbent, but he'll be an incumbent running against the guy who might be wearing like a striped jumpsuit when he runs against him. So, like, if that doesn't solidify confidence in you, I'm not entirely sure what will in the near future, but what do you all think about this? Is it still a lock? He's gonna run, no challenger, or I mean, there are challengers. Marianne Williamson is running against him, but
I've said from the beginning I don't think he's going to run. I still don't think he's going to run. But if he does run, every indication that he's giving and he should give is that he's going to run. The moment, it's why he pushed it 2 months. The moment he says he's not running, he becomes a lame duck president, and that doesn't help the country. That doesn't help his party. That doesn't help his presidency because people in the Democratic Party are free to attack his administration. So the longer he waits to announce that he isn't running, if in fact I'm right, the better it is. I think that Joe Biden is immensely popular among Democrats. I think that there are a lot of Democrats who love Joe Biden that don't want him to run because of his age, because if something were to happen to him, that saw him as a caretaker president. Take your hand in 2020, hold your hand until 2024, and then pass the baton to someone else, not necessarily his vice president. And I think these polls also, my final thought on this is these polls are stupid. So
you're probably not wrong there, but I like them, so I'm sticking with them. Yeah. AB, what do you think?
I'm just wondering where the polls come from because I've never gotten asked to do one. So, if I can get an invitation at some point, I like my voice to be heard. But I think part of the issue, mainly with Biden running again, is that people are concerned about his age, right? And that's a liability at this point. But I mean, we don't know, and I agree with Michael when he says the longer that he waits, the better, because we saw how Obama was treated during his lame duck tenure, right? And so we just don't want to take those chances with so many things left in the air right now.
Yeah. The polls are probably stupid. They don't really say anything, and we won't know for a while.
Well,
but
also the candidates who are in those polls. I mean, Gavin Newsom said he's not going to run if Biden doesn't run. He didn't say he's not going to run for president.
He said he's doing his red state tour. He's focused on that right now.
He is doing.
He's definitely not just biding his time.
He's not running against Joe Biden, right? So if Biden were not to run, Gavin Newsom will 100% get in the race. I don't think Vice President Harris will be in the race. I don't think she would run either. I think that it would be a clean slate of new Democrats, or maybe some old ones. You might see familiar faces. You'll see Buttigieg, you'll see Booker, probably Klobuchar, but you'll see a lot of others too. I would guess Gretchen Whitmer, maybe Roy Cooper, governor of North Carolina. There are a lot of people that will run for president who we don't even know. So that's why these polls, once again,
that's true.
Ridiculous.
I think that is a great set of candidates to hopefully lose to Bernie Sanders in a primary or another progressive. We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.